Well, hello again, and welcome to Rolynn's Reviews. It is finally Friday, and we made it. Here we go. Which I really can't complain because Monday we had a remote day, and then Tuesday was Veterans Day, so it was a good week. Hello, Cher, and everyone who's entering the chat room. We will do the roll call. Oh my goodness. We thought that as the temperatures continue to drop in Chicago, that they would just give up. Hell yeah. So they did the most today. And then, if you remember, if you were here when Prosperity was live streaming, the young lady she was talking about, I think Maga, I forgot what her name was, but anyway, 88 share. Oh my goodness. It was, I don't know, in this maybe 70s here. It's going to be in the 70s tomorrow, I think. So yeah. I'm here at Fort Bragg in North Carolina. So we have a few cold nights, but not, all right, just totally not too many unbearable evenings. Okay. How you doing? How you doing? We'll go ahead and do the roll call. And as more people join us, hey, I'll speak to them as well. All right, Richard. Hello, how are you? And I do agree. Richard says what's funny is these paid protesters make zero impact, kind of like all liberals. Boom. My Girls, of course, is here. Hello. Sleuth TV, where have you been, love? Glad that you could drop in. I know you're busy like everyone else. Greg, hello. How are you? And of course, Sherry Yelverton. Jet lag, how are you? And Dorian, how are you doing? All right. So I just wanted to show you, and I think, what's his face? Jake News is live, and I could go on his channel and show you the young lady that was talking to Miss Prosperity when she was doing her live stream. Some lady, one of those protesters was chasing her or something. I didn't get the full gist of it. And then the police officer, asked if she was okay. So things are starting to intensify again, and they did make many arrests. So Dorian, yeah, I remember the brutal times in college. It will all pay off in the end. Okay, so just don't give up. Dorian said I have to do a research paper on a project. That's okay. It's easier for you than when I was in school. We didn't have the internet until I was pretty much finishing up in college. So you'll be fine. Okay. My Girls, have you seen the video about the DMV in North Carolina registering illegals to vote? My Girls, I heard something about that. And again, I hear that, I get alerts. And sometimes, See, when I get off from work, I have to come and prepare for the live stream. So, I get an alert, and then I can't really check into it until, a later date because I do have to get ready for the live stream. But that's okay. Good, Dorian. But my girls, I will. All right. And it's Friday night. I know people are busy, but hey, we still have to um go on. We have to keep on moving. All right. So I wanted to share this with you, and then we'll go over. There was some footage on the very left leaning um, status quo. Okay. But I wanted to show you this footage here from Fox. All right. And I think we'll look at this footage and then we'll go over to the status quo and listen to them tell more lies.
It is a wild scene outside an illegal immigrant processing center in Broadview, Illinois. On Fridays, this gets hot. Let's go straight to Garrett Tenney on the ground down there so this can turn dangerous. Garrett, I see that they are arresting some people down there. What's going on?
Yeah, we probably have at least a half dozen or so people that were arrested just in the last few minutes. And this is the regular Friday protest that we have here outside the Broadview ice processing facility. A couple hundred people that are here. And what happened in the last 10 or 15 minutes, this roadway right here that leads to the ice facility, it is blocked off. They are not supposed to be standing there. But over 10 minutes or so ago, this crowd started to move into the street to try to block it off from any access going in or out. And that's when these clashes with law enforcement started, when they refused to get out to the sides of the street, these designated protest zones, and some shoving that was involved with the county sheriff, as well as state police that are out here, as well as Broadview police. You can see down here now, riot police coming down the road. And this is after a couple of weeks of mostly calm out here on Fridays. But this comes after a week of several rulings of judges where...
And we know with these leftist leaning judges, these federal judges, these people are feeling more and more emboldened. And they feel like they're winning. So this is only increasing their erroneous behavior. How you doing, Tina?
These activists out here feel empowered. They are celebrating this morning these rulings that really are complicating the Trump administration's immigration enforcement here. And you see the riot patrol that is out here now. They're coming and they're securing this area. Gas masks are not out at the time. We know that has been deployed here, though, previously. But tension certainly getting up here high over the last 10 or so minutes.
Look, we've pulled back. We can really see the size of that crowd now, Garrett. So as you're narrating this, our live camera on the ground is able to bring more things into view, and I can see him zeroing in now. You mentioned local resources. Look, this is a sanctuary city. This is a sanctuary state. Are you saying that now the local authorities, and they have been cooperative on the perimeter, but are they helping even more today? And that would be out of necessity, according to what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, they've really been trying to walk a fine line here the past couple of months with these protests out here. And local law enforcement, state police has been trying to limit their enforcement to keeping the roadways clear. If protesters get in these roadways and they try to block or impede any traffic, whether that be regular commercial traffic or ICE vehicles, that they will be arrested, they will be detained. So really, it's just been a crowd control effort that local law enforcement and state police have been involved with here, trying to limit that. But as you mentioned, it is a fine line that a lot of protesters have been taking issue with, arguing that by doing that, they are in fact enabling and helping the federal government's enforcement.
How many more people would you say are out there? Because when this first blew up, this looks like a crowd that was larger than it was 2 months ago.
Yeah, it's kind of last couple of weeks, the crowds have been a little bit smaller than what we had seen previously. Today is an exception. We're probably at, 200 to 300 people at this moment looking around. And, I got to think that is because of everything that has been in the news this last week regarding Operation Midway Blitz. Much of what protesters here have been calling for. Just yesterday, a judge and attorneys with the ACLU came to this facility and toured it after allegations of deplorable conditions. That's something that protesters have really been harping on out here over the past couple of months. So they feel emboldened by these actions that we're seeing in court to come out here and really celebrate that. But over the last 15 minutes, taking that beyond celebrating to really defying local law enforcement and the limitations they've been trying to place on protesters.
Look, as the nation watches this, you cannot miss the fact that people are willing to physically put their hands on immigration, custom, and enforcement.
Yeah, you see how they're just pushing these immigration and enforcement officers like it's no one's business. How you doing, Robert? As we said, I am so glad this is being filmed because, again, they're just, oh, we're just peacefully protesting. And then when something happens to them, they play victim. That lady chasing you, Prosperity, would have been the one fending her down. Oh, Robert, yeah, I'm going to share. I'll share some of that later if I can find it. Right, Tina? They're not
enforcement agents. And you're talking about local law enforcement and SWAT being there as well. The line of the protect and serve being breached by citizens who think that this actually looks like free speech. I mean, Garrett, this looks violent in some points.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those instances where when the police move in to try to back up these protesters, they don't want to leave the road and they start pushing back. And when you get a crowd this big, and initially before these riot police moved in, their police here were outnumbered. So they're having to use more force than they would otherwise. And that's really where you start to see some of that violence escalate here. And that's when we saw multiple people arrested, at least a half dozen or so is what we saw so far. And we're going to see now that the police have moved in. Normally, over the last few weeks, we're having some movement over here again right now, Harris.
Yeah, we see it.
Might control around here so you can see this.
Yeah. Yep, we see that.
Now, these are the folks that are being told to move out of the roadway, and they progressively continue to move further in despite being pushed back, being asked to leave the roadway.
The ICE agents are getting pushed back, Garrett. They're outnumbered, as you said previously. I mean, it's obvious they're getting pushed back. Garrett, I'm going to ask you to stand by. We'll keep these live pictures from Broadview, Illinois.
How you doing, Granny Go-Getter? Yeah, so whatever happens to these people, and Doreen said it's going to be warm there tomorrow, so they'll be out acting like idiots again. But it's just unfortunate, again, with all of the rulings, they feel like they're winning. And so, they don't feel defeated. They feel like they're the winners. And so they're just out here. You see what they're doing? My girls, I can tell you one thing. They've gotten more emboldened because of that evil Mandami McDonald. My girls is starting up. Someone get her. Hit that like button, please, folks. As you watch the content, let's get this video to go out to some more people. If you share it on your Facebook or other social media pages, hey, bring more folks into the conversation. Here we go.
You are looking at a sanctuary area inside a sanctuary state. I want to bring in former acting ICE Director Jonathan Fahey on the phone with us now. Jonathan, I don't know what you can see, but I do want to talk with you.
And I'm sure I haven't heard from Prosperity, but the way those people are pushing and shoving, I'm sure she was not out there in that crowd because, we'd probably see her on the news if they started pushing her around.
You about the protocol of dealing with a crowd this big, and did we even anticipate this is what it would look like? I mean, they're breaking through now.
Yeah, I'm watching this right now, live on Fox, and it does seem like this crowd is getting more violent and pushing back, and it's certainly not what we would call free speech. These are people that are deliberately provoking law enforcement, trying to have a confrontation, and you can tell just by their you see the signs in the background of open borders and other things like that. These are people that are determined They don't care about the conditions where people are being housed. That's a pretext because they want open borders and amnesty.
Yep.
And I think when you look at this, the big picture that I think is the worst part of this all is you have J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, and instead of saying ICE has a legitimate law enforcement function and they should be respected, he is on the side of these rioters, and I call them rioters.
We know Pritzker and the great emperor Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago, we know they're endorsing all of this. We know that. Yeah.
They seem to be getting violent, and on the side of people that are trying to prevent ICE from doing a legitimate job, which is in fact enforcing laws passed by Congress. And, you know, it's also funny when you think about this week and you see these protests and you saw the numbers out of Chicago, the Operation Midway numbers, how much crime went down just in the short period of time.
Yes.
You know, murders 16%, robberies 40%, things like that. So this has been a great thing for the citizens of Chicago, and these people are just trying to disrupt ICE, disrupt law enforcement because they want an open border. It really is shameful.
Look on the steady now. We're seeing people taken out in handcuffs. And so this is live. And, you know, one of the things that you cannot miss, and I want to ask you about how the law looks at this, Jonathan, because as acting ICE director formerly, you would know where the line is for people putting their hands on ICE agents, for people outnumbering them, as our reporter was showing us, and you could see it in the video, surrounding them, trying to push them back to where they wanted the ICE agents to go. Is any of that a breach of federal law?
Well, I think the issue here would be these are state law actors. So the breach of federal law would be if they're doing something that's impeding ICE from doing their functions. So if they're impeding
but if they've
people
got to
from
fight
being,
this crowd, doesn't that keep them from doing their jobs?
I think that would be the argument, that what they are doing is impeding ICE from being able to go to and from this facility to bring in migrants or to take them out. So I think there is an argument that if they get out of their designated area, that they are impeding federal law enforcement. And certainly on the state level, when they're laying hands on law enforcement, that's the end of it. You should be charged with obstruction, with assault. But I think you're exactly right. If they're preventing ICE from doing something that they would ordinarily be doing, difficult, which it appears that they may be, that would be obstruction of justice, or it's called impeding law enforcement. It's, I believe, 18 USC 111. So those would be the types of things they would be looking at. And we know their intention is exactly to do that. It's not to make a point, it's to prevent ICE from doing their job. And they state that over and over again.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews. And
this is what they're doing, Doreen. I know. I feel so bad for those of you who actually live there and have to deal with that. These people will not stop. And so let me take you to status quo. They just went live so we can see what lies they're spewing. All right, here we go. I'm going to shut this down. And again, if you will, hit that like button and share this stream out. And all right, here we go. I'll stop this one and start the next. And I think Jake, I need to pull his video up. Yeah, so, all right, here it is. Okay. Yeah, he was talking to some lady, the lady Miss Prosperity was talking to. We pray, that's one. Bless our feet straight from the places of God where we may be. Bless our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee, shadow beneath thy hand. Must be Greg. So this is their rally. I don't know where they are. This is to live Stop Trump's Racist ICE Rampage rally in Chicago. These people have lost it. How you doing, Ashley? My question is, Why are they mad at the mayor for giving illegals all that free stuff? If they're fighting to keep the illegals themselves, boom. Ashley, I'm glad that you asked. Those idiots don't know what they're doing. Oh my God, who is this? Someone. Oh my God, wait a minute.
Don't let anybody disconnect us from our revolutionary culture, y'all. You know, all of these songs from the past, don't leave them behind. We got to bring them with us as we go and retool them for our current.
No, Patriot.
Ain't that right? Now, it's my honor now to bring up my brother in the struggle, Kobe Guillory, who's with the Chicago Lions against racism.
Well, they've moved inside to a building somewhere. Some of these protesters, these so-called protesters.
Georgia, in Johannesburg, South Africa. He's a member of CTU and a chair of the labor committee of the Chicago Lions.
Somebody else from the Chicago Teachers Union. Uh-oh.
CTU. CTU. Good evening. How are y'all doing today? All right, so if y'all are like me, y'all are actually a bunch of liars, because I heard a bunch of people say, oh, we're doing good. Every time somebody asks me how I'm doing, I reflexively say I'm doing good. But the truth is, I'm actually not doing good. I'm actually tired, I'm fired up, and I'm pissed off. And I'm pissed off because we are under attack. I have students, some of my middle school students, whose parents, whose grandparents, whose aunties and uncles have been kidnapped by federal agents. Everybody say that ain't right. There are people in this room right now,
kidnapped. Oh,
tear gas, who have been beaten by federal agents for resisting the kidnapping of people off the street. Everybody say that ain't right. We have people in this room who were kidnapped, not just by federal agents, but by regular police in the city of Chicago decades ago, who stole decades from their life by torturing them to confess to a crime that they did not commit. Everybody say that ain't right.
this guy's full of it.
When we're under attack, what do we do? When the people are under attack, what do we do? When the people are under attack, what do we do? And we are here, y'all. We are here fighting.
Sound system sucks.
One thing about the Chicago Teachers Union, one thing about the Chicago Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression, and so many other organizations in here today, when we talk about fighting back, we're not talking metaphorically, we're not talking in the abstract, we're talking about actually taking these streets, we're talking about actually shutting shit down. That is what...
Sky Queen, hey there. Must be using left hand to type tonight. That's okay. Sky Queen, you type with left, right, or both. Hey, whatever. We're glad you're here.
We are going to...
And this is Friday as we wind down at the end of the work week. This is hilarious. This is like a comedy show to me, because we know he's doing nothing but just straight telling lies. Oh my God.
We're going to build a system that actually works for us. Now, we have some history teachers coming up, so I'm not going to get too much into the history, but I will talk a little bit about science, because I am a science teacher. Now, there are people who have said that the protesting, the organizing, and everything that we're doing is not working. Y'all believe that? Now, you can look at a thunderstorm striking a mountain, and you can think that those drops of water are doing nothing to that mountain. But over time and with consistency, the water changes the landscape. The water can break that mountain down. And so over this weekend, we are going to be water. We're going to be smarter than that water.
The crowd's not large enough for them to show it, Patriot. Boom, you're right.
So I want to wrap up with the chant from South Africa. I'm going to say Amandla, and that means power. And y'all are going to say Awe too. That means to us, because who are we? That's right. Y'all weren't convinced enough. Who are we? All right. Amandla. It could be louder than that. We're learning new languages over here. It's an international space. Amanda!
Now they're using South African terms. Get out of here. There they go with that kidney. Robert, that's what they keep just lying, straight up lying.
One more time for Kobe. Yes. Our next speaker is going to be Alderwoman Jeanette B. Taylor. She is an American politician and community organizer who has served as alderman of Chicago's 20th Ward since May 2019, with a strong background in community activism, having led successful hunger strikes to prevent the closure of Diet High School and serving on the local school council for over 20
Ruby said, fool, you're not in South Africa. You're on the south side of Chicago. Boom. Get them, Ruby.
budget policies, consistently advocating for the rights and the needs of her constituents. She stood with the movement for community control of the police. And is a current co-sponsor of the referendum for community power over policing ordinance. Y'all give it up.
We need to ask Miss Prosperity about this alderwoman. Oh, I think she's a sellout. Yeah, she's a sellout.
Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? Now ask me how I'm doing. I work for the city, that's how. So welcome. Even though you're on the west side, which ain't the best side. I can do that. I'm from Chicago, don't try it. You'll get yourself cussed out, don't do it. And so I want to start off this conversation with, this is what happened when y'all listen to Black women. I'm gonna say it again because I don't think y'all heard me. This is what happened when you don't listen to Black women.
Okay, race hustling.
I don't know where they get that American shit from. I'm from the continent of Africa. Right? And I ain't in the foundational and where you from. I ain't from fucking here.
You saying she from Africa?
Free boat tripping, that's how I got here.
Africa wouldn't have you, ma'am.
I'm here tonight because y'all, we got some work to do. We got some real work to do. And don't be discouraged. See, I ain't worried about what that dimwitted dictator in DC the fuck doing, because he ain't my problem.
She's an alderman. Listen to her language, folks.
And our communities are protected. And so let's teach them. Let's let them know what this system do. Let's have enough signs. Let's having a real conversation about we ain't each other enemy. So I don't want to hear that shit about it ain't no black and brown. Really? That's what we doing? So we got the white idiot in DC doing what the fuck he want to do. And y'all still playing this little game about we at each other? No, we not. We not doing that. So you better look to your left and look to your right.
You heard what you call Trump a white idiot.
You should know.
Black woman, she can say what she wants to say. No repercussions.
Look to your left and look to your right and say we gotta fight. And so while we're marching, and me and Frank have this conversation all the time. While we marching and rallying, get these people to fucking register to vote. Get them to vote. Now I know that might sound like, here she go. No, here y'all go. That's how that motherfucker got there in the first place. We showed up. Black women showed up. So forgive me if I'm motherfucking tired. And I don't want to hear it. I'm at that point in my life. I don't want to hear the sad story. I don't want to hear that. I want to know what we're going to do. And so you all are in the right place at the right time. And if you know anything about Chicago, we all for a good ass whoop. Y'all see what's going on now. I ain't going to Broadview. I ain't going to lie. My knees ain't no good. 40 is not the new 20. It's lying. And so I ain't got to fight with them. But I will cuss their ass out. And so y'all here to learn. We're here to learn from each other. We're here to love on each other because we need that today. What Steve wanted to say, the world is in need of love today. Remember that. And so be good to your neighbor. Be nice to them. Do to somebody you wouldn't normally do. Help that person out that might want some change. See that person in your family that you don't really like, love their ass. They need it right about now. Power to the people, y'all.
Now, The people who put her in, oh, now she's an alderwoman, and you heard her filthy, disgusting mouth, right? The people who voted her into power were black people. She's out here fighting for illegal. Boom. It makes sense. And you heard what she said about Trump, right? Okay. Was that not racist? Fake Jasmine Ratchets wannabe Ruby. Ruby. Africa wouldn't have her, Robert. She's a disgrace. True African women don't talk like that with a filthy potty mouth like that.
The nationally respected leader in the Chicanos, immigrant rights, the LGBTQ movement,
So again, her constituents that voted for, and you heard what she said. See what happened when you don't listen to black women? So she's getting on them because the Curry Queen did not win. They're still upset about the Curry Queen not winning the presidency. Thank God she didn't win the presidency. Robert said Africa would kick her out. Did the black community not have enough of the illegals yet? Gail, that's what I'm saying. How you doing, Lanita? And yeah, they're still butthurt. And Lanita, you're just joining us. She called Trump a white idiot. That's what she said. Okay. And again, black people are out here saying all that they want. And you better not say anything to them. If a white person tries to correct them, they are racist. If a black person tries, they are a sellout. My girls, Twinkies, ho-hos, and a 60 case of Oreo. What is my girls talking about? My girls, you're going to the corner again. Oh my God, I can't. Ooh. Neck bowls and spaghetti. Robert, yes. She's getting her nice alderman check. I've got to show this to Miss Prosperity. She needs to see this because you know Miss Prosperity has called out these fake aldermen. No chips and soda. Okay, Mayor.
Chicano power! Chicano power! And of course, Black Power, the strategic alliance of the oppressed people, the blacks and Chicanos uniting with all working people to have a turn the country around, right? That's right. Legalization for all. We demand start the deportation. Legalization for all. We hosted an emergency Southwest summit in LA where many of you showed up. We've got over 12 different chapters all over the United States. Thank you. Right, so we're fighting. And I want to do a shout out to the leaders of the African American community, Chicano community, Chicago. You push the fucking ICE out of here, right?
Ken, their sound system sucks. Their voices are not clear. They're basically right. Love. Thank you, Granny. Boom. That's right. Love and take care of Americans. That's right. First. Hi, Ken. Thanks for dropping in. They're just you missed it. They're telling lies. They're talking about ICE kidnapping people. All of the other lies that they've been spewing. Same old crap. Pharaoh, big back from the gutter. Lanita. Oh my God. Sky Queen, look at this old Bolshevik. Okay, Sky Queen went back. Boom. So, Ken, that's what they're saying. Hit the like button for me, please, folks. Yes, Baldwin, all lies. Oh.
Thank you very much. I want to say one last time real quick. I came from Mexico as a little kid, and all the races always say, oh, you crossed the border, why don't you go back? You crossed the border, why don't you go back? So then we said, you know what? The Mexican-American War, they conquered all of the Southwest, and we came out with the slogan.
Ruby said, what is this, a Rainbow Coalition meeting? Where's Jesse Jackson? Ruby, Jesse Jackson was admitted to the hospital. And he's definitely not there. Or I'm sure if he was able, he'd be there. Big Back is going to the beauty supply. Yeah, Jesse remember for years we were told he had Parkinson's disease. Now they're saying it's something else. It's not Parkinson's, but he was admitted to the hospital. Yes,
about the collective struggle of Black folks and Brown folks across this nation. We also have to talk about the struggle for a free Palestine.
Now they're talking about Palestine.
So it's my pleasure to introduce Nazek Sankari, the elected co-chair of the Chicago chapter of the U.S. Palestinian Community Network, USPCN.
Dorian said, "Where is Al Sharpton?" They couldn't write him a large enough check, so he's not there. Boom. You know those checks have to have a lot of zeros behind them for him to show up. Right, Margie? Exactly. Boom.
Esteemed speakers and this room of badass organizers. I'd like to first acknowledge the National Alliance and all its affiliates and chapters across the country for the incredible gains and developments made since the refounding 6 years ago. The Alliance continues to be a guide not only for the Black liberation movement, but for all liberation and social justice movements in the U.S.
Ken, yeah, and Jesse, you know, he's been in failing health for years. He was admitted to the hospital. I don't know if he's been released.
Demand justice in our own communities and campaigns against the Oak Lawn Police Department and Cook County State's Attorney Eileen Burke, who has continually failed to protect our communities from violence and harm by police. During her first week in office a year ago, Burke dropped charges against the racist white Oak Lawn police officer Patrick O'Donnell, who with 2 white cops brutally beat a 17-year-old Palestinian American youth 3 years ago in an event that launched our campaign against the department. A year after that, the same department failed to follow its own protocol and allowed a white woman who had been drinking to leave the scene after she struck and killed 26-year-old Arab American Murad Kurdi. They have been protesting and demanding justice for Murad's family every month since, and the Alliance has been a fundamental support from the beginning, standing with us until these racist cops are held accountable.
Of course, you know, they have to talk trash about white people, racism, white supremacy.
Racist policing that allows for continued violence against Black and brown communities. This is why we are united with you all in our fight for police accountability and community control of the police. That's right. From the demand for free incarcerated survivors of police torture and wrongful conviction, to leading the fight for community control of the police, to being instrumental in helping pass the incredible People's Ordinance, empowering communities for public safety ECPS. The Alliance is leading this work locally and nationally, and ushering in a new era for police accountability and Black liberation.
Right, Tina, that if they don't like it, they can leave.
USPCN is not a single issue organization, and we understand and are guided by the intersectional nature of our liberation struggles. This understanding is embodied in our relationship with the Alliance and our collective resistance to Israeli occupation and colonization, to racism, to Zionism, and to U.S. imperialism. In Chicago, USPCN and the Alliance exemplify Black, Palestinian, Arab solidarity manifested in real action alongside each other inside our respective communities, and not just based in theory. We struggle together and are driven by the understanding that Black liberation in the U.S. will lead to the national liberation for all.
We're tying that all together, trying to get those people back out in the streets.
Turning to Palestine now, despite the alleged ceasefire in Gaza, where only the unified Palestinian resistance is upholding its commitments, Israel has continued and resumed attacks on our people since the October 10th announcement, dropping 153 tons of bombs, killing almost 250 people, destroying 1,500 more buildings, and limiting the amount of humanitarian aid allowed into the Gaza Strip. A staggering.
Talking about what's going on over there. You need to be talking about what's happening here. Somebody shut her up.
Despite the widespread media silence in the U.S. and Western Europe, the genocide is ongoing, and we must continue to resist it here. We must continue to burn dogs and hold our legends accountable for the opposite, defending the racist Zionist state at every turn. And we refuse to accept the half-assed confessions of Killer Kamala and all her Democratic Party colleagues who are catastrophic numbers of Palestinians killed, not a communist power. But she refused to gut funding and arming the apartheid genocidal state when she was the top decision maker for Genocide Joe. And in this space right now, we have our beloved and esteemed Mayor Brandon Johnson, who, we remember, was one of the first major elected officials in the U.S. to publicly call Israel's crimes a genocide.
Again, listen to what Lanita said. Lanita, we've been saying this for months. They're trying to get Black Americans riled up. They want them out in the streets protesting for them, right? This is what I voted for. I'm not going to the streets to protest anything. Katrina, thank you so much. Rolynn, thank you as always for your hard work. Yes. Prosperity, how you doing? Prosperity, I need for you to go back and then you missed this alderman. She was using a lot of profanity and she was at this rally. And I want you to listen to what the horrible things that she said. And she's trying to tell everyone to get on board with these people. And I forgot her name, but if you go back, you will see it. I want you to tell me what you think about her, because I know you've had to tell a few of them off down there at the city hall. Let me know. Is that Bernie Sanders' brother? I don't know. Gaza's calling all Palestinians. Right, Tina? If it's so bad, leave. I don't care. They're trying, but what Lanita said, we've been saying that. They are trying to get Black Americans riled up. Oh, we're black and brown and all of us working together. They're trying to get Black Americans in the streets. Ma'am, I'm not going into the streets. This is what I voted for. Lanita, thank you for your super chat, love. I just sent you some hearts in the comment section. Thank you so much for your support. But Lanita, you've been here for a long time. You know, we have been saying that. The race hustlers are angry. They've been angry. The Democrats are angry. They want Black Americans out in the streets fighting for their illegals, right? We've been saying that for months. And we're not doing it. This is what I voted for. So I'm fine, okay? Killer, come on, Sky Queen, I don't think so. All of this crowd, you know, and can you imagine if the Curry Queen had won where we, okay, here's this, let me see, is this the, another, let me see if this is another one of the aldermen, or this is one of the teachers. Okay, let's see what this lady is saying.
Proud educator serving on the east side of Chicago.
Part of the Chicago Teachers Union, so you know where she stands.
What a privilege it is to be in this room with a group of people who understand the call for now and not later. A group who can testify that, well, America has never been great, because it's never been great. Somehow it's always been ours.
You said America's never been great. You can leave, ma'am, if you don't like it.
Earning it, but rather owe it. And we're willing to hold a rally, go to the polls, approach the podium, and fight back because we will receive what was promised to us. A group who understands that while America is our...
How dumb is that? We're going to receive what has been promised to us. The Democrats have been making promises to you for 60 plus years. You've received nothing.
Respect my humanity as a Black woman, they surely don't value your humanity. Freedom is not color-coded, and democracy has never belonged to just one shade of skin. So when my Black freedom is threatened, when my safety is treated like it can be negotiated, understand this: the ground shifts under all of us. Because what shakes me today will come for you tomorrow. And when one of us is vulnerable, every one of us is already on the battlefield.
We're trying to get Black people in the streets, Lanita. Okay, she's doing the fear mongering. Saying this is Black Americans have to stand up and fight. No, ma'am.
The constant struggle for freedom. Sometimes it feels like freedom is just an illusion. And yet standing in this space tonight, Surrounded by people who refuse to wait, I feel the power to shatter that illusion and press it into reality. That is why Black leadership is crucial in this moment. We carry the stories, strategies, and stakes of survival that no one else can. Our leadership reminds the
blackity, 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 black.
Fought for it and defended in real communities. We know what it means to organize when systems fail us. We know what it means to speak truth to power when speaking softly will not suffice. We know that justice delayed is surely justice denied, not just for us, but for everyone who depends on a fair, free, and equitable society. Black leadership ensures that freedom is not optional, that safety is not negotiable, and that democracy does not serve the privileged few. When Black voices lead, all voices rise, because our struggle for dignity, equity, and humanity lifts the entire nation. And that struggle is not just a story of the past, it's happening right here, right now, in our cities and our country. It is why I'm honored to introduce a man and a mayor who shows us what it looks like when unions stand up, fight back, and boldly defends the needs of the people. A man who embodies the power of democracy, union, and labor in action. A mayor who looks like me, grew up like me, shares a history like mine, and who is unafraid to stand boldly against a tyrannical federal government, a president who undermines our rights. Well, I hate to say president because that man is not my president. So, got off script a little bit because he's not mine. He don't belong to me. And even the shortcomings of our own state. A mayor who is setting the precedent for other cities, sheltering communities who have always been under attack, and showing the nation what true courage and leadership looks like. He understands that leadership is not just about policy, but about protecting people. Not just about promise.
Where's Prosperity? This cow is up there praising Brandon Johnson, talking about how wonderful he is. Prosperity, where are you? I know Prosperity's probably fainted.
So, family, I introduce to you all Mayor Brandon Johnson.
Mayor Brandon Johnson. Look. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Let the mayor speak. 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 Let the mayor speak.
Okay, a couple people are en route. They're trying to keep them away from the Emperor Brandon Johnson.
Let the mayor speak.
Let that idiot let the mayor speak. Who wants to hear what that guy is saying? Oh my.
Let the mayor speak. 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 Let the mayor.
Yes, Prosperity. Prosperity, I told him I didn't think that you were there. Prosperity, make sure you go back and look at, there was an alderman. One of your aldermen was there speaking, and I forgot her name, but I need for you to go back and tell me what she's all about, because I told everyone, I know that you know, yes, he's the biggest thief and demon in America. Anyone who doesn't agree with him, they throw out. You see that, don't you? Yeah, that's democracy. That's tolerance.
Let the man speak. Let the man speak. Let the man.
This is live, folks. This is not recorded.
Let the man speak.
This is totally live. Yeah. I enjoy spending my time. Oh, Ken, we enjoy you being here, love. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone, share this stream out on your social media pages. Okay, they're trying to remove someone else.
Let the man speak.
You disagree with the emperor, they throw you out. That's tolerance for you.
Speak. Let the man speak. Let's go. Let the man speak. Let the man speak. Let the man speak.
Look at these people people he has up there at the front? What are they trying to protect him? Who's that? Bones Thug and Harmony? I'll see you at the crossroads so you won't be lonely. Who's that? Bone Thugs and Harmony? Look like some rappers up there trying to protect him. Woo!
Attack. What do we do? Say, what do we do? Say, what do we do? When brown lives are under attack, what do we do?
Oh my goodness. Patriot Roy. Oh my God. This is wild. Robert's like, Robert, you see what they do to people who disagree. They throw them out. He has no opposition. He won't. He can't accept it. Dorian, I'll see you at the crossroads so you won't be lonely. See you at the crossroads so you won't be lonely. Okay. I guess we have to listen to his lies.
We invite him to come here and speak. And he's going to speak. Yeah. All right? Okay. Are we together on this? Yeah. Good.
Thank you, Frank. What's going on? How y'all feeling tonight?
Yeah.
You guys still ready to throw down and make sure that Black and Brown liberation stays alive?
Right.
Let me just say this. I'm going to be brief. I fully admit that I have inherited a white supremacist system.
Oh God.
If I can't be honest and admit to that, then I don't deserve to be in this position.
He said he inherited a white supremacist
that we have a system that has brutalized Black and brown people.
Oh.
And that includes all of our systems. Our education system has been harsh on Black and brown and poor working people. Our healthcare system, housing, the fact that we had the largest closure in the history of America with school closings, that's a brutal sick system. And the fact that we've had public housing dismantled and destroyed, that is a brutal system. And here's the thing. I'm fully aware that I inherited a police department that has a long history of brutalizing poor people, and particularly Black and brown people. Now here's the thing. I am not asking everybody to understand everything that I'm dealing with right now. Because the truth of the matter is, it's not about me. The fact that the very elevators that are now held for me were elevators that I took a rest in front of, that tells you not only how jacked up the system is, but that we can actually run the system and make it better for all of our people.
Right.
Now, one thing that I know for sure in this room is that the spirit of our ancestors, they're still alive.
Spirit of our ancestors, there he goes.
Young and old, all coming together to build a system that is not just better than what it was before we found it, but I'm talking about a transformational system that ensures that there's more than enough for everyone. Now, here's the thing I'm just going to address.
More than enough for Americans only.
We have put forth a budget to protect the people of this city against Donald Trump's cuts. But let me make something absolutely clear. Our challenges did not start with Donald Trump.
Right.
There have been Democrats in this city that have brutalized our people for a generation. And that's why in this budget, I'm ensuring that not only are we protecting working class people, but we are investing.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Baldwin Burrs. Baldwin says, I sense a plot to destroy Chicago. The dark side of the force seems Brandon Johnson. Yes, Baldwin, thank you so much for your support, love.
The largest kid store in the history of Chicago to protect our schools, our parks, and our libraries, ensuring that we are taxing these big tech companies that have made billions of dollars off the backs of our people, and to ensure that their revenue goes towards mental health care services.
We're talking about slavery again and black people.
Now, in closing, we just address the people who are expressing their First Amendment rights. I'm good with that. But if you are going to hold this one black man accountable for all of the years of racism in this city, then
we're talking about racism again, white supremacy.
It doesn't mean that you can't challenge me, but you are not going to make one black man responsible for historic disinvestment from Plymouth Rock to Little Rock to Austin and Roseland. If we are going to defeat this system, I need you to stand with me, not against me, to take on the corporate interest and white supremacy. Are you with me in this room? Can we build a society that works for everyone? Can we dismantle a system that is built on racism? Can we build an economy that takes the ultra-rich
about racism again?
Their fair share in taxes. Let's pass this budget. Let's do it for the people of this city, and let's take this movement across the country. Because if we get it right in Chicago, they'll get it right in New York. If we get it right in Chicago, they'll get it right in Oakland. If we get it right in Chicago, they'll get it right in D.C. Let's get it right, Chicago. God bless y'all, and God bless the greatest freaking city in the world, the city of Chicago.
How many times did that clown talk about oppression of black people, white supremacy, racism? What a joke. The only people oppressing people in Chicago, sir, is you. Okay? So stop it. The prosperity, that's how you get black people. You play on their emotions. Only black people fall for that ish. Yep. Boom. Because they always go back to the same thing. Talking about white supremacy, racism, how bad black people have been treated. Look at it. They watch it. They don't want anyone to do anything to look at it. Woo! I tell you, what a joke. Oh my goodness. Okay, they need a new chant. I'm sick of that one. We won't do anything for black people. No. Prosperity, did you check out that older woman? Billy put the timestamp because I want you to go check her out. Billy said the timestamp is 22:58. I want you to tell me what you know about her. And she had a potty mouth. Oh my God. He's rich, they poor, but they still support him. Being this dumb should be a federal offense. My girls, yes. Yes, Sky Queen. They vote on emotions and vibe, Patriot, and that's why they're in the shape that they're in. And our good sister Prosperity is surrounded by these idiots, okay? Which I hate for her and her husband.
Instead of if you arrested for protesting against the NPD's racial profiling of black youth in Navy Yard, KB, Tara Martin, Christina Murdoch, and myself, 4 people who were arrested. And when they lock us up, they throw you in a box that's not fit for dogs. You know what I mean? And no sunlight, no nothing. And the script was all over the place. You know, all the hundreds and thousands of the black people who have been tossed in these boxes and forgotten. And the words of one of the OG.
He's talking about what's happened to black people. So they have to continue to get black people on board. They keep talking about slavery, racism, Jim Crow, all of that. Give me a break, guy. Give me a break.
And you know that your comrades is out there fighting for you to get you out. Okay? And so as I was in there, you know, moving around, pacing.
Prosperity, did you check the timestamp?
I remember hearing over a certain point, you know, to the rhythm of my own steps, voices coming through the vents because they can't stop us singing. You might know it goes a little something like, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Come on, yes. Turn me around. Turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody.
I know Dr. King is rolling over in his grave. Rosa Parks is rolling over in her. No, they're not singing the civil rights song. So again, trying to get people trying to make that connection, that emotional connection, so people get on board. Oh. Just pitiful.
The deportation. Gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom land. Hey, hey, hey. And so it was my absolute pleasure to introduce one of the coaches.
Just a disgrace. How you doing, Third Coast Born? Welcome, and let me know if you are new here, love.
Hey guys, in the Mitchell, Washington, D.C., please give it up for Gary.
Hey, I need y'all to stand up and repeat after me. Fight like Brandon, fight like Zara.
Fight like Brandon, Zara.
Not like Bowser, she's a moron.
Not like Bowser, she's a moron.
Fight like Brandon, fight like Zara.
Fight like Brandon, fight like Zara.
Not like Bowser, she's a moron.
Talk about fight like Brandon. So this is another Emperor Brandon Johnson schmuck. Oh my God. Dorian says, Sister Soldier.
You say power, say what? Power, say what? Power, people, power, people, power.
Prosperity said, if it wasn't for you, I would have shut this off. These are fake blacks, tethers, slaves, and more. Okay, they're getting Prosperity riled up again. Prosperity, I'm glad you're not there. And I told them I didn't think you were out there, especially when those people started getting arrested. So they left that and came into some building. Yeah.
United front against Trump and his racist reactionary agenda, and it's going to take.
You hear what she's starting off with, talking about Trump's racist agenda.
Defeat his agenda and to get liberation for all people. Give it up for yourselves. Yeah. In D.C., we are facing an occupation since August when Trump deployed the National Guard onto our streets, and it has been absolute terror ever since. There's been a curfew in effect that is primarily targeting Black youth. Black youth are the only ones that are getting stopped after the curfew, told that they cannot go home. Literally, shame.
He said only Black youths are being stopped after curfew, telling them they have to go home and all that crap.
Constant, nonstop raids and attacks, kidnappings, detainments, and deportations by ICE. Shame. But hope is not.
Now there they go with that kidnapping lie again.
We have created a coalition called the DC Against the Trump Agenda Coalition, which is a tent organization. We are trying to build, and we are succeeding in building a united front where we are bringing anyone who wants to fight against Trump and his racist reactionary agenda together to do so. And the DC Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression is leading that.
There she goes again, racism and oppression.
We've been fighting back against Mayor Muriel Bowser. Say, boo, Bowser!
Sleuth TV, these are race hustlers, and that's all they know. That they pulled that straight from the Democratic playbook. Sleuth, thank you for that comment, Sleuth. They have to keep fanning the flames.
Under the guise of trying to save DC and save home rule, when the only thing that she is doing is eroding home rule, she's eroding our civil rights, and she's eroding our quality of life by allowing these federal police gangs to be on our streets, to terrorize Black and brown people. She's allowing ICE to be in our neighborhoods, to be at our metro stops, kidnapping our neighbors, to stalk rideshare delivery locations just to pick up people who are trying to work, who are trying to provide for their family. We can't get down with that. Shame. And so we've been taking the fight directly to Bowser because in DC, she represents the Trump agenda and her complicity with the Trump agenda through the executive order that she signed that allows the Metropolitan Police Department to collaborate with ICE. Shame. We've been fighting back against that. We will say there be no business as usual while deportations and kidnappings happen. There will be no business as usual while the feds
Sky Queen, those are the ones you will hear it from. When they see you do not agree with their agenda or their ideology, they'll call you everything but a child of God.
Into the car of an unarmed man for a traffic stop, for a routine traffic stop. He was being stopped for his tents, and they nearly killed this man. If he had a passenger in his car, they would have killed him because there was 2 bullet holes center seat. If there was someone sitting there, they would have died. That is what we're fighting back against with Bowser. And we say to Bowser, if you won't fight for us, then we will find a mayor who will. We will find a mayor who will.
She's telling nothing but lies.
Like Brandon Johnson, standing with the people of Chicago right now in the face of vicious repression from the state. But Brandon Johnson knows what Mayor Bowser doesn't, which is that the people united can never be defeated. And we never be defeated. Delayed, maybe, defeated, no. And so we're going to stand up to tell Bowser no, to tell Trump and his racist, reactionary cronies no, and that we're going to take our city back, we're going to take our streets back. There's nothing that you can do to stop us.
Yeah.
In our case, the case where myself, Marari, Tara, and Christina were arrested for protesting against the federal occupation and protesting in defense of Black youth is just another example of the repression that we face when we fight back. But we're scared. We ain't got.
Talking about oppression again. I can't with her. Sky Queen, yes, I know, but me in actual conversation, he was a surgeon too, but I never blinked. If he thought he'd get a reaction, he was wrong. Yeah, Sky Queen, you have to ignore idiots. Prosperity is already sick of her.
Fight back to your city.
And said, so I think that playing is backfiring. MAGA? No one knows MAGA. That's the greatest question known to man.
Documented. It's like we're documented. You don't have to be from DC to fight for DC. Because we're all in this together. We're all in this together. And it's only by us that we will win.
Yeah.
The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never.
Oh my, they're spewing nothing but lies. Oh my God. Prosperity, you didn't tell me who the alder person was. A red hat, right, Prosperity? What do you need, Dorian? I can't help you if you need help from these morons. Oh my God, let's see what they're saying now.
Okay. All right, y'all. We're going to continue on with the program, but we're going to get to our fundraising soon. So everybody make sure y'all got something in the pockets, okay? The collection plate coming around. All right. Before we do that, though, I want to give a shout out to all the organizations out here. We're going to do a little roll call. We're going to do a little city call. So if you're part of something, you better represent, okay?
Oh, you called her POS, Prosperity. Oh, so you did see it. Okay. I thought so.
People, yeah, I know that's right.
I must have missed it, Prosperity.
34. We got you. What do you want to look at? Okay. If you in the union at all, make some noise. I'm proud of y'all. All right, we got folks in the Jericho movement in the building. Okay.
Give it up, y'all.
We got a workshop coming. Maybe they're coming tomorrow. That's okay. They doing one of our breakouts. That's okay. How about the community stop FBI repression? We need them folks. Yeah. Anyone from Anak Bayan or Bayan USA? Come on.
Prosperity, I'm talking about, did you go back? You did see who that older woman was? Before you joined the live stream, there was an older woman who was using all kinds of profanity. She was ghetto, fabulous. She sounded like Bum Quisha from the projects, okay? And I told everyone that I would ask you, but I'm sure because you've already read them the riot act, all of those city aldermen. Boss. I don't know what BOS means. And what does that mean, prosperity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And the Arab American Action Network.
Come on, triple it in. Give it up.
Anybody I'm missing, shout it out. All right, y'all. The Alliance City's coming up. Y'all better. We're gonna get to the Alliance. We got y'all. Don't you worry.
Y'all ready?
All right. So I was told to go from the East Coast to the West Coast. Don't yell at me. Okay. All right. Shout out to New York. The New York Alliance. Where y'all at?
New York, come on. Let's go. Hey, Yorkers.
I know Philly out here.
Philly, where you at? Come on, Potter. Let's go, Potter. Let's go, yes.
Hey, I know you just heard from DC. I heard y'all coming out strong.
DC, come on, baby. Let's go.
Where's Atlanta at? Where's the Atlanta Alliance at?
Yeah, come on, where y'all at?
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, Little Country. Where Little Country at?
South Carolina, give it up for Little Country.
Oh, you know who's next. Where's Jacksonville at?
Yeah.
Y'all heard Orlando came through. Where's Orlando at?
Orlando, yeah. Give it up.
And we keep it rolling, Florida. Y'all know we do it big. Where's Tampa at? Where's the Tampa?
And let's give it up for 75, yo.
Yo, Tallahassee. Where's T-Cac at?
Come on,
Y'all see how many chapters we got in Florida, right? Yeah. All right, let's go. New Orleans. Yes, let's go. And then we got Dallas.
Come on, Dallas. Where y'all at? Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Give it up.
And Detroit. Where's
Detroit.
What about Grand Rapids? The Grand Rapids
is super lit. Come on, Grand Rapids.
All right, where's Colorado Springs at? I see y'all drunk. Y'all went for that. I know Milwaukee out here too.
Lord, they're trying to get the troops riled up. Pathetic. Oh my God. Hit that like button, folks, if you are enjoying this content. This is a nice way to wind down the work week. We can sit here and just laugh at all of these lies. OMG.
And we got Portland and Seattle. Oh, where's Washington at? Oh, and last but not least, we got all the cities in California. We got Oakland, Los Angeles, you got
San Jose.
Period. Okay, now that we're hype and we feel very.
No, but don't worry. We got
Prosperity. Dude. Oh my goodness. God bless Prosperity. Oh boy. Prosperity. When I saw those people being arrested, I told them, because those people were pushing and shoving. I said, I know she's not in that crowd. Oh my God. Hilarious. Woo. I just knew you weren't in that. I knew. Oh my God.
about the thing that keeps this This movement goal. Yes, I'm gonna represent from Jacksonville, Florida. So, Nopper, how y'all doing here tonight? When I say people, you say power, people. Power, people. Power. When I say people, you say power, people.
Oh my God, how tired. Gail said, I wonder how much they're being paid. That's what I want to know. Prosperity. Prosperity. Yeah. Oh my God. Woo. What a day. What a day. Prosperity. I was shocked that they were, you know, doing all that they were doing. But Prosperity, like we said, these idiot federal judges, are, you know, making them feel like they are winning something. And so they're feeling like, hey, I can do what I want to do, you know. So that's just where we are with that at this point, you know. But yeah, this, like I said, this makes me sad that the audience is so filled with hate. Lanita, they are. Cursing, fighting is the game now for the, yes, Prosperity. I told you, I came home and I was like, what? Joel, how you doing? This would make a hood commercial for why you shouldn't do drugs and alcohol while you're praying. Joel. Oh my God, I haven't seen this many froze since the 70s. Boom. All right, Gail.
To it. We're gonna get right.
Like we're looking at an Afro Sheen commercial. Boom.
Our national organization. As a national organization, we have branches and affiliates in well over 2,000 cities. Shout out to y'all. I remember in 2019, there was barely 2 handfuls. We doubled since then. And with that growth becomes our ability to be able to do things, have more conferences. Did everyone go to the Southern Regional Organizing Conference last year? Yeah. We're going to have another organizing conference next year. So we can learn and grow, but we need the funds to do that. So
hit the like button, folks. I don't know what Afro was saying. But Gerald, I have to agree with that statement. Maga said, if I could, I would have an afro. I swear to God, Beyonce, Goldfinger, or Gold Member. I love that hairstyle. Okay, Maga. Yep, but they look dusty. Oh my, Lanita's been bad all night. I love it. Prosperity, it's okay if you are a Democrat, but if they sense you're not on board, you can't do that at City Hall. Bleep Brandon and every bleeping thing he touches, the devil in the flesh. Yeah, Prosperity. Oh my God, if you're not on board with their agenda, you can forget it. That manga, you have to use 2 cans. Oh my God, that's a lot. That's expensive. Okay.
I understand. Let's dip it down a little bit more. $1,000. Who can donate? Pledge $1,000. Let's go.
Every time I opened that spreadsheet, my soul left my body. I had that too, but I switched.
Now they put these commercials up. They will find a way to make you watch an ad. Oh my God. All right, here we go.
$1,000. Low country action committee, yeah! Shout out to Charleston in the building, yeah! 1,000, we on 1,000. Nasdaq got a hand up.
Someone screaming out DC Alliance Against Racism. How many times have they used the word racism during this program? Oh my God. All right, Prosperity. All right, here we go.
Yes, 1,000. You have anyone else with a donate 1,000?
We had a flurry of 1,000. We need to see how y'all make it. $1,000. Who has $1,000 to pledge to the National Alliance Against Racist Political Repression? Going once, going twice. Let's try to dip it down. $750. Who wants to donate $750 to the National Alliance Against Racist Political Repression tonight? $750. $750.
Just a pair of shoes.
That's 2 pairs of shoes. I see y'all representing tonight. Y'all got it on you today. I know a couple of pawn shops right here, Mike Sampson. Twin Cities Coalition for Justice. All right, 750. We still at 750. Anybody else want to donate 750 to build the National Alliance Against Racist Political Repression? 7.
They need a better sound system. Ken, this is probably an example of kids growing up on Section 8 under the Democrats. Rule of law, getting everything handed to them, have no idea what's going on. Boom. And you're right. Remember when Jim Jones had an audience like this in his coat? Yes, Lanita took them all to Ghana, and we know how that turned out. Prosperity. These same people scream racism, but don't have a brain to see their own is the biggest. Oh, that's what I'm saying, Prosperity. If you don't agree, oh my God. And I've seen, I did the video. Remember the white liberal man at the baseball game? And what did he say about Winsome Earl? See if she need to go back to Haiti or whatever, but I mean, he said some racist thing. I mean, you don't agree with their ideology. Oh my God. Their tolerance is out the window. Right, Dorian? Whoever is the smartest one in the room probably turned down their volume. Yes. Hit the like button, folks. We're almost at 50 likes. Wow.
All right, Denver Community Action Committee. Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to Denver. All right, $500. Anyone else want to donate $500 to the National Alliance Against Racist Political Repression here tonight? $500. All right, let's give it a little bit low. Let's go to $300. Who can donate $300 tonight and pledge $300?
Harper in the building.
What's up?
$400 on behalf of the Milwaukee Alliance.
Yeah! Everything we in the building. Also, when I say pledge, y'all, I don't really got to give it to me right now. Like, I would prefer it. But it's a pledge, so,
Take some
keep that in mind. They brought it back up before. Let's go up. $400. Who can match Milwaukee Alliance for $400? $400. Who can pledge $400? All right, let's dip it back.
All right, so now they're trying to raise money. What's he saying? Pledge? Who can pledge $400?
To the National Alliance Against Racism.
Right here.
We already.
Lanita. Okay. What is? Hey, reminiscent of BLM. Told you, here comes the collection. Yep, here it comes.
Detroit Alliance in the building. Yeah. Yes, $250. Anyone else?
We got Alderman Byron Sigel Lopez and Alderman.
Yes.
What are they, a freaking church now? You see them going around collecting money? You see that? OMG. OMG.
Yeah.
Oh, and NAPCON. Come on. NAPCON is how much for NAPCON? I think it's $250 as well.
$250. Yeah. Shout out to Rolynn. Anti-war committee Chicago. Let's $250. $250. Anyone else? For $250. $250.
I wouldn't give those crooks one thin dime. Yeah, that's what I said, Prosperity. Why are they collecting money? They're not a church. I see that, Prosperity. They are wearing those Gaza scarves. The very first guy who was talking had on a Gaza scarf. Yep, you're absolutely right.
It's racist political repression. 200.
He just said something about racism and oppression.
Right there. What's your name? Jose. Shout out to Jose. 200. Yeah. It all counts, y'all. It all counts. $200. Anyone else can donate $200 to National Lives.
New Orleans can donate $20.
Shout out to New Orleans in the building.
What are they collecting money for? Just a money grab to me. Prosperity, are you familiar with this group? Yes, share. They're collecting money. And where's the money going to? Again, this is BLM all over again, okay?
$200. Anyone else $200? Let's get it back down. $150. Who can donate $150 tonight? $150. 150. All right, let's dip it down. Last number we're gonna dip it down to because you can cash app us the rest. $100. Who can donate $100 to National Line? What is it? Dallas, yes! Dallas Alliance. Yeah. All right, $100. Get that money.
What do they call it? The name of this group is National Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression, i.e., and another extended arm of the Democratic Party. Boom. Wow. Tina said auction for racism. MAGA, do I hear the sounds of a new mega mansion going up behind the walls of a gated community? Boom. Okay. Okay, MAGA. Be right. Prosperity. Stupid blacks falling for this bull again. Boom. Patriot, I don't understand how many haven't gotten it. Sad. Patriot, it is sad. Same scam, different day. Boom. Yes, share. It's a scam, a money grab.
All right, folks. Hi there. All right, so they're doing fundraising here in the room right now. We've just heard from a whole bunch of speakers on what we've heard, what we've seen today. So I want to start with some of the recent news that we've seen. If you're with us here this morning.
And this dirtbag is always asking for money too. Yeah, Prosperity, there it is. He's always asking for money. Always.
Test one. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yep. All right, folks. We are going to be drawing things to a close here tonight. But first, I want to walk through some of the things that we have seen out here today. We heard Mayor Brandon Johnson, the mayor here for the city of Chicago, get up and talk about the importance of taxing the wealthy as a way to push back on the Trump administration's agenda. He was the one that we wanted to hear from when we came here to speak. Earlier today, we were bringing you the live scenes outside of the Broadview, Illinois ICE detention facility where Illinois State Police, local police, and sheriff's deputies have continued to brutalize protesters.
He's talking about ICE and state police. All these people are brutalizing the protesters. The protesters have done nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing.
We'll be live outside of Broadview, and that is 5 o'clock Eastern. Do the math for your time zone. As we draw things to a close here, I want to take a moment and just recognize the fact that we have been on the ground in Chicago now for going on 2 months. 2 months that we have been out at the Broadview, Illinois ICE detention facility, in the neighborhoods here around Chicago, and also at events like this, which is the National Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression, where they are having a gathering where they invited the mayor to speak, and we wanted to hear from him, which we did on the issues of the Trump administration's occupation of the city of Chicago. Some of the recent developments that we have seen here recently was that the Trump administration's lawyers just reviewed a group of more than 600 detainees that a judge ordered to be given the opportunity to bond out of their confinement under ICE's regime out here in occupation of the city of Chicago. Federal government reviewed all of those cases. The federal government reviewed all of those cases and found that only 12 were given the 16 out of the more than 600 had any sort of lengthy criminal history. That's all that the Trump administration was able to justify. We're going to draw things to a close here, but I'll note that all of these places that we have been around Chicago, we are the only reporters there on the ground. If you are able, go to statuscoup.com/join. $5 a month. You will be able to support us.
There he is asking for money again.
In stories over the coming days, and as I said, we'll be again outside of Broadview and here reporting on the ground in the city of Chicago. And it costs us a lot to be out here. $13,000 and counting over these last month and a half, nearly 2 months now. So any money that you can send our way helps support us. We're very appreciative. For now, in Chicago, I'm JT Siskowski with Status Coup. Good night.
So we got to hear that was pretty interesting. What was the name of that organization? We need to look into that organization because they're collecting money, and as one of you said, sounds like another scam to me. So I will check and see if anyone else is live. Do me one small favor, if you will, go ahead and hit that hit the like button for me, and I'll check. And if not, we'll just jump off until tomorrow. I know that Jake guy is he's live like every day. So I think that is his job. Okay. So what are your thoughts, folks, on what we watched in this organization? And they had the nerve to collect money. Wow. Okay. I will check to see if anyone is live. Who is this? APT? All right. Let me see. I think I found someone else who's live. Margie, thank God for the people out here showing the truth. Stay safe. Yes. So let's see. Who is this? All right. I can show you. Let me see if I can get this pulled up. And I hope you enjoyed the content. Hey, it was good for laughs anyway, right? Woo! Good to hear their lies. Yes, Lanita. That's why when I saw them taking up money, I'm like, wait a minute. It seems a little shady. Ken, let's get the real Chicago that's been fighting. Her name is Get Her on Stage with You, Danny C. Yeah, Ken, she's working with a group. Ken from Chicago streaming YouTube. You know, she was invited to the White House. Come on, people. Yeah, Ken, the people that have been invited to the White House and they're in some larger groups. Yeah, they're busy. I have invited a lot of people, but people are just busy. I have not invited her, but I've invited a lot of people. And Miss Prosperity has brought some people on as well, but people are busy. All right, so let's see what's going on here. So as you can see, donations, do you have to declare them on your taxes if you don't have an exempt? If you're not a tax-free, If you're not like a church where you are not taxed, yes. Robert, they are. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of this. And then we'll just get off from here. I know Jake News is probably still live. Okay, he's done streaming. He streamed for 3 hours. Let me see if I can find what I was telling you about earlier. And they're out there singing, "We Should Not Be Moved." All right, let me see. So this is what they were doing before they started pushing and shoving. Jill, they are singing. I don't know what they're saying. Billy, which video are you talking about? Billy, I don't know which video you're referencing, love. They are evil. Can't listen to them. Mute. Okay. Marty. The same guy? Oh, yeah, he did. He did, Billy. Yeah, okay. You're talking about status quo. Okay. Okay, Lanita said they can be for profit, but still a nonprofit with a limit. They must not cap to keep from having to file. They didn't give any receipts for donations for tax purposes. That tells you they're on the take. Boom. Oh, Billy. Yeah. Okay. I truly don't know what to tell the people who haven't picked up on the fact the ones standing there telling them that their race is a hindrance are truly the people that hate them. Boom. That's all you can do, Marga. Pray. Robert, I just can't believe that the black people there are going along with this. Yeah. Yeah, I found it, Billy. I'll let you hear some of that. But yeah, status quo. Cool. Because he talks to a lot of people out there. So if you need something else to laugh at, I'll try to cue that up and let you hear a little bit of that, and then we'll get out of here. Okay. And they're talking about all the money that they're spending. Oh my God. Let me see. Okay, here we go.
Spilling out.
So this is from earlier too.
And more people yet are walking up here on this protest trying to get inside. I'm going to work my way in here.
This is before they got rowdy and started pushing and shoving. Tastes like tear gas, smells like fascism. Can you see these signs? Like, really, dude? Okay. Yeah. All right.
3,000 of our neighbors who were on their way to work, or maybe even 4,000. We don't know. 4,000 of our neighbors who were working at their daycare, who were on their way to work at a tortilla factory, who were making tamales on the street corner.
And if Americans try to go out there and make tamales or anything else on the street corner, they come and shut them down quickly and tell them they are out of compliance with the codes from the health department. Boom.
Who are selling flowers, who are doing construction, who are at home with their families, who are living on the streets, who are teaching in schools, who are nannying, who are cutting grass, who are going to church, who are seeking medical care, who are going to court, who are working on roofs, who are seeking asylum. I want to take a moment to pray for those folks.
Okay, that's it. I'm sick of them and their fake prayers. Slightly off topic. Did you see the genius Amy Schumer, the comedian, is moving to London because of Trump? Oh, I wish she would take some people with her. Does she realize that there's a king over there? I want to see her protest this. You got that right. How you doing, Saria? Yeah, now we're done. All right, there we go. I just wanted to come on for a little while so we can get a laugh to end our work week properly. I'll be live tomorrow. I don't know what time. I may go live in the morning. It just depends on what's going on and what time the protests start. All right. Gypsy. Yes, Gypsy. And you'll see your gypsy. I played that song this morning at school, Gypsy. Thank you for dropping in, though. We appreciate you. You're starting to get a complex? That's all right. Make sure you go back, do the replay so you can see what you missed. I will be live tomorrow. I don't know what time. It just depends on what time that the protests actually start. I need to talk to Prosperity tomorrow, see if she's going out there. But the way these people are pushing and shoving, and they're becoming more volatile now, because again, they feel like they are winning because these dumb, thank you, Gypsy, these dumb judges keep voting against, they're going against Trump. Like you, Bones, Thugs, and Harmony. Robert. Rolynn did the Trump dance. I did. Oh, I didn't know it. YMCA. What a stream. Thank you. Okay. Prosperity, let us know. Are you going out there tomorrow? Because they're becoming volatile. And they're pushing and shoving. Yes, Maga. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Oh, yeah, yeah. I love that. Oh, my God. Robert, yeah. Woo. Yeah, I'm going to go, but I'll be live tomorrow. All right. So I appreciate you. And oh, look, man bun prayer gut. Yeah, he's talking about let's pray. You see, that's when I paused it. I don't want to hear any of his prayers. No, thank you. All right, we're going to go. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'll see you tomorrow during the live stream, and we'll see if Sister Prosperity goes out. You know where I'm going now. I'm going to the comment section to talk to you, and I'll talk to you as long as you are there. Thank you again for spending your very valuable time here at the Rolynn's Reviews YouTube channel. Yeah, later, Gators.